I'm Guido Ronchetti, I'm the CTO of XTN, and we offer what we call the cognitive security platform. So we are in the fraud prevention space. So we provide a holistic approach for fraud prevention. So again, looking at fraud at different levels, starting from the application that is used to access a certain service, passing through the digital identity, and this is where we talk with you guys, and then going to the transaction monitoring part. That means going in the business content of payment transaction. So our goal is to help our clients spotting out fraudulent transaction before it's too late. When you talk about payment transaction, it's particularly important because, of course, you don't want to have bad reputational damage when something goes wrong, and your business is actually to perform payments, so this is crucial. And in the same time, you don't want to have a bad user experience. For me, security is this delicate balance between these two aspects that have to keep in mind that on one side it's important to have a higher security level, the highest possible. On the other hand, it's important to keep in mind that someone has to use that service. So at the end of the day, they have to find a simple way to do that. So when we started working with you, the goal was to addressing the PSD2 and open banking regulation. So it's a regulatory requirements for banking institution that is now running. And in this scope, you have to really be attentive regarding strong customer authentication and transaction signing, and having a way of dynamically trigger this mechanism. So we were talking with YubiKey in order to have a good way adopting the root of trust approach to fall back when something is really wrong from a behavioral perspective. So let's say I'm accessing my banking service, I'm using my usual app to do that, and all from a behavioral biometric side is working good. So I will go through without any kind of impact or friction in my experience. Otherwise, if something is wrong, I have to find a way that is not requiring someone to call me or my service to be blocked for a while to finally authenticate myself and having the green light to go on, and that's where the YubiKey came in place. So I found it a very good way and a very user-friendly way to close the loop if something is wrong without having to involve a human intervention or some kind of friction and not pleasant flow inside the equation. Right now we are still in a moment in history where lots of big organizations are not really understanding in which direction they have to move. They still have lots of legacy, let me call it that way, customers that are still used to access a certain way that are very difficult to convince to switch to a new way of interacting. And so what I hope is that in the near next future we will be able together to explain them that there are better ways to do the same thing they are doing today, but even having a better user experience.